Hello, welcome to the channel, welcome back if it's not your first time, and as you know, my hands are getting a little worse. We're on the second rat of the day, so we are starting to see a little bit of bloody mess forming here on the right hand. Left hand has been good. Yesterday this whole hand was soaked in petroleum jelly, and I'm telling you folks, that'll sit on your hands for 5 hours if you let it. So that's neither here nor there, but let's get into it with another white rat. And this white rat, I think I might paint black at a later time, or paint in another color. I don't have any other. I do have a couple other clay colors, but I don't have the gray color today, so I'm fresh out of the gray color, and I can actually show you the rat that took up all the rest of the gray color. You might remember this one from a previous excursion. But again, I'm going to say it, but it may not work out that way, but I am trying to work on my rat speed today. So I'm working on speeding up the process of making these bad boys. I would like to quickly form my rats and have them look just as good. I do not want to reduce quality. I want to increase productivity. I want to increase my rat productivity. And I'm sure I'm not the only person in America right now trying to increase their rat productivity. A lot of people in the comments keep asking me if I've seen Ratatouille, the movie, and they say I would love it, and you really got to check it out. It's right up your alley. People, I'm not obsessed with rats. I don't need to sham, to sell out to a sham movie to, just to spend more time with rats. I spend plenty of time with rats, as you may or may not know. Just from watching this, I'm making these rats. I'm crafting all day, day in and day out. Much to my customer's chagrin, apparently, because all I get is hatred. You think you're doing a good thing. You think you're doing the world a service, putting these rats out there, but all I get is the rat scared my children. The rat scared my cat. Well, good. Quite frankly, I'm glad it scared your cats, because they're really vile, disgusting creatures. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back into the rat here. Let's not lose focus on what the goal is today. I don't want to have another incident where I start ranting about cats. This is the internet, folks. You know how the internet feels about cats. And if you watch enough of my videos, I'm sure you know how I feel about him. Brother was attacked by one in '97, and we've never let it go. He's been attacked by multiple cats. Callie got him in the '90s. Another one got him. Another cat got him up by the Delaware River. Okay, so you got a basic little shape there, nothing too crazy. And what I'm going to do is give this one kind of a low nose. I want this cat to have a low nose. This rat, oh boy, I got cats on the brain now. And yes, that is my same brother. I don't know if you saw the video where, I'll explain it since he's not here, but I'll be brief, because if he walks in and hears this, I'm done. I'm cooked. My brother is working. He works overnights, and he thinks I'm working for a Jakarta-based company selling rat traps. And, I didn't have the heart to tell him that he misunderstood what I was saying. But so that's what he thinks I do. But he comes in and he's amps the whole place up, and I feel bad for him. He had cat scratch fever, so it's like you gotta feel a little bad for the guy, but I can't come to grips enough to tell him the truth. Okay, so we're gonna put a low nose, like I said. Boom. Let's be done with the cat talk for this video, huh? I gotta remind myself that this isn't, you know, this isn't a therapy session. I'm just here to make rats. You know, that is therapy in itself. So, you know. Okay, here we go. Now it's starting to form up here. The shape is starting to form up. So I want this rat to be kind of a rounder. The shape is actually working out pretty good the way it's working here. I do think I want to fix this nose. I want to thicken that nose, bring that nose in. There you go. That's a pretty good rat nose. And you're going to want to just kind of shape it up. So I don't want it to be uneven. Unfortunately, the top doesn't want to. There we go. I'm going to sharpen that. The tip of the nose should be should be coming down. There you go, like that, like a sharpened point. You can kind of enforce those lines by working one section at a time. So if you want to curve the bottom, go to the bottom, but don't forget that you can come back here and clean up that side, and you'll get better results when you come back to the bottom. See? Okay. We're going to go ahead and give this guy some lower cheeks. Smaller, we're not going to go crazy here. Okay, we'll go a little bit oversized. We're not going to go insane here. We already have kind of a good base chin here. Boom, just like that. So what you want to do is just work with that line now. So find your chin line, and this works for every kind of face. Find your chin line. A lot of people don't know that I didn't always make rats. I've made a lot of, and I still do make people. So the rats are just the passion. The people are, you know, it's a side project. Sometimes you can't just always do what you love doing. Sometimes you gotta suffer through making people. And I will show you during this video a couple of the people I've made if you like. Well, I'll show them to you. If you like, you can skip, I guess. If not, you don't have to. You don't have to see the people, but I will show them. Okay, so you see I'm forming the chin line, and the chin line informs the cheek line. Like so. So you want this cheek line to be down a little bit. And like that. If that makes any sense. If that doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do a tutorial on that. On just face contours. And I'm still, you know, been doing this for years. I'm still learning. But it's really not that hard once you get a couple basic principles down. And it doesn't. The main thing to learn is it doesn't matter. None of this matters. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you're having a little bit of fun with it, as long as, you know, people are enjoying what you're doing, or more importantly, you're enjoying what you're doing, you don't have to worry about producing a perfect shape. If anything, that will actually ruin any sense of fun you might have. That one formed up pretty good, but I'm going to bring it just kind of reshape it here a little bit. So it's kind of has a little more definition. You don't want it to be overpowering, but you definitely want it to be there. So I'm already seeing right here kind of the eye slot forming right there. And the reason I saw that was just because there happened to be a little tiny mark, I guess, from where my finger was. But as you can see, it's right here, and this is where people get confused, where they say, he's always talking about these rats like they got a mind of their own. Wrong. That's not what I'm saying. Wrong. What I'm saying is, if you look close enough, you can find the contours you're looking for without doing much overthinking. So that contour just naturally was kind of formed there. And then you can just match it. And what I'm doing is I'm building the eye ridge at the top there. And not all rats are going to have that. Not all of my projects are going to have this eye ridge, but this one does because I saw it there. I saw a gentle contour forming, and I followed the contour. It's that easy. You don't have to do it. You don't have to, it's not black magic. You literally just, this one looks like this. Okay, do it. However, when the customers start thinking, it's witchcraft, just to be able to visualize a line before it's there. Have you ever drawn anything? It's the same thing. It's just on a 3D plane. So please stop sending the rats back with all these crazy reasons. I don't understand. Never seen so many rat returns. They love the rats. The rats are great, but what they're believing to be the side effects of owning the rat are just non-existent. You don't have to watch the video to see how it's formed, but I mean, you see, it's pretty simple here. It's basic rat math, folks. Basic rat math. Can't really seem to get a good... When you get to the end of the clay, or the seam of the clay, see how you get these little issues with forming the clay. And, am I in focus here? I think this rat is going to have, probably I'll do the old, I guess we can do, I'm trying to decide, I was working on these two eyes yesterday, but this is, can you see this? This is what the red looked like, fully pressed into the clay, so that's no good. That's not going to work. So I'm trying to determine, I don't have red clay, so should I give it white eyes, and then do I have any rats with white eyes? I don't have a white rat with white eyes yet, so maybe I'll just do that. I'd like to give it low eyes, but I don't want to get in the way of the whiskers, so we're going to go a little bit high. That's higher than I would have liked, but you don't want to overshadow the whiskers either on these bad boys. Very important. Very amateur thing to do is overshadow the whiskers. And you see the issue I'm running into here, right? I would assume. And your eyes can be slightly different. They don't have to be perfect, but they cannot be, Well, they can. They can be whatever you want. But I'm not making an insane rat here. I'm just making a... So how would I correct that? How would you correct that? Think about that for a second. What I would do is just very lightly bring that side out. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, you can work, you can go in there and fix it up. It doesn't have to be nothing set in stone yet. A lot of people will do things in batches, so this will be, you'll make the face, okay, now you'll put it in the oven. As a way, they call it save your progress, a lot of people. I try to get everything that I need to get done before we get anywhere near the oven. So if I make, you know, some people will make the eyes and then go back. Okay, that's obviously not going to work. That might work. This one's got a little bit kind of crazy eyes, but that's okay. What's that saying? They say the rat with the craziest eyes gets the prize. Is that what they say? Something like that. I can't remember. Okay, so this one might be winning the crazy eye prize, but what I'm gonna do now is form some ears. Been doing big ears lately, so we'll stay with that. Do kind of big ears. You want your ears, make ear balls basically. Everything you're making with these that are symmetrical, you want to make at least like a ball to kind of match up what you're working with. So you can get a scale and do it that way too, but I don't think it's necessary. Now this ear formed perfectly. This one did not, but there you go. It's not easy. Now it'll work. I want this to be this ear here. And just place your first ear. First ear, don't worry about too much. Does it look good? Yeah, it looks fine. That's what you do. That's how it works. Does it look good? Yeah, it's good. Okay. Move on. That's with any kind of clay project. Just, does it look good? It looks good. Do it. Don't overthink it. And boom. Worked out pretty good. Second ear, same thing. You don't want to overthink it, but you definitely don't want to underthink this one either. So I want to get this ear on. Is it lined up with this one? Yeah. Okay, good. Lock it in. This may take a little bit of time to master, but that's okay. Once you get this under control. Once you do this enough times to the point where you get, you have to get, I think, fed up with the struggle of having perfect ears. Because it's not going to happen. You're not going to have perfect rat ears. They don't exist. But two, you can free yourself from the burden of thinking that it has to be perfect. And if you can do that with a lot of things in life, not just rats. Rats have taught me a lot about life, but that's a major issue. If you could just free yourself from the burden of perfection, then you will create much more. Whether you're writing, whether you're singing, whatever you're doing, just it does not have to be perfect. Much like this rat. We're gonna go ahead and give this one white colored lips, but I think I'm gonna go in there and give it change the color once I get the lips on. Once I get it baked on, I should say. I'm liking the way this rat's turning out. I do not want the rat to be smiling. That will creep people out. Instead, I want the rat to be frowning, because that people will have more sympathy for the rat and are less inclined to accuse the rat. You do not want to be accusatory with these rats. Oh, the rat, you know, my whole family left because of that rat. No, they didn't. They didn't. Your family left because you were obsessing over a rat. You're obsessing over a clay rat destroying your life. And again, I don't know how much of these customer complaints I receive are just, at this point, satirical. It almost seems like people are... It's got to be satire. The rats have ruined my life. But I don't know where it started, how everybody found me to be giving me these kind of complaints, but I assure you the rat's not gonna... It's not gonna ruin your life. It's just a rat. The rat has brought me terrible, terrible luck. Terrible things have happened since I've gotten this rat. Okay, I don't understand people. They're just rats. I got one person who said, and you can't even make this shit up, excuse me for cursing, but I get a little bit upset when people accuse these rats of ruining their life. The rat's presence has fallen upon my household like 1,000 seas and, you know, wreaked havoc upon my entire family. I don't understand, folks, it's just a rat. And that means it's 5 a.m. That is the alarm telling me that my brother will soon be home. I think I have one more rat's worth of time until my brother gets home, and then obviously I have to shut this operation down until he goes to bed, because I cannot be caught. I assure you, he does not want to catch me again with these rats, and he has made that very clear in the past. So I will just heed that. This rat has a little bit of a line going across the face. I think I kind of like that, separating the nose area and cheek area. Overall, I like this rat. It's a pretty good rat. 2 and 3, simple as that. And those are kind of at the base of the nose. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. They are a little bit off from each other there, so I'm gonna... I hate to do this, but I cannot have whiskers that are just that far off. I can't abide that. Can't oblige that. Morally, I just can't allow it. So I got one more shot at this, and I assure you we will get the whiskers placed correctly. Whisker placement is a tedious task in the rat industry, but so what I'm gonna do is the classic. I'm gonna go all the way through on the middle whisker. It's a classic, industry classic. very carefully. So that's a guideline. So then this one will be right here. And this one will be right here. And that's much better. You do not want to have your whiskers that far out of place. A little piece of fuzz there I do not want. And this is where you start running into, well, you're taking forever on that rat, etc., etc. I know. I always say I'm going to be quick on the rats, and I never follow through. I can't. I need them to be done right. Okay, so there's your side profile. Side profile. I think this one has a great side profile. Long head. Ears are well positioned, good nose. And I want it to sit like that. So I'll set it like that and let it rest before I put it in the oven. And I'll be back after it's out of the oven. Okay, we're back and we got another rat fresh out of the oven. And what I'm gonna do is just knock out some of the paintwork. And then we will come back and finish up the rest of the rat. I'm sure I'll get complaints about the nose on this one for some reason. I feel like I'm going to catch hell for the nose, and I don't know why I feel that way. I think I'm going to give this one red ears as well. It's a beautiful maroon color. I think it'll look great. Yep, I do like that. And then if you're following along long enough with me, you probably can guess what I'm going to do next with the lip color. So I'm going to just, again, same brush, just cleaned it off a little bit. We're just going to go nice and smooth here. No big quick item here. No rush, no rush. I am a little bit shaky today. So we are kind of risking it here a little bit. But I need this rat to be gothic. Okay, perfect. Really liking that. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a little cross on the head. And so everyone can see that I'm doing this on camera. This isn't, not hiding anything about these rats. There's nothing off about these rats like everyone seems to believe. Just gonna try to get in there. I'm trying to get in there with the pen. Sometimes it'll let you, sometimes it won't. This one's gonna fight me all the way. So what I'm gonna do, and this is a little riskier, let's see what I got in this bag of tricks here. It's a box of tricks on a bag. I'm gonna try this. Make sure your hands are clean before touching your rat. I'm gonna try to just get in there. It's not fully. I think I'm not reaching the bottom of the eye, possibly. do, oh, there it is right there, folks. So you gotta be supremely careful with your rats. That one did get some. So what I think I'm gonna do is maybe just go around, just work with your mistakes when possible, okay? That's something, if you pick up anything from this rat excursion that we're on, just work with your mistakes when you can. What I'm doing is just going lightly around the rim of the eye and adding black. So we got two opposite eyes, one on the inside black, one kind of on the outside and inside black a little bit. And I will come back to you for whisker time. Okay, so I'm gonna get this one here. Give him a couple whiskers. Well, more than a couple, I would hope. I'm gonna give him 3 couples of whiskers. Okay, that one's pushed back a little bit. I like the look of that. Good placement. Pretty good placement. Please let me know if my voice is too low in these videos. I do tend to mumble quite a bit. And I have caught hell for that for my entire life. I've caught nothing but hell for being a mutterer. Mutter, mutter, mutter. I've been talking about it now for a little while, about possibly opening a shop and actually getting rid of some of these rats. Not due to any personal issues with the rats, but at the behest of my family and friends. They want me to take my life back, and they think it's time that I let a few of my creations go. I'm not sure if I'm doing it yet, so you know, you hear me talk about it quite a bit, and I never really, you know, it's hard to do. You talk about it. It's not like I'm a hoarder. It's, you know, it's just tough because these are, you know, I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into these rats over the years, and you know, a lot of times they give you nothing but trouble, but you do it because your heart's in it, you know? You do it because your heart's in it. Alright, so that's that rat. Thank you for watching, and we're going to go ahead and give you a couple views here, and I will put some pictures after this. Thank you again for checking it out.